So we just need a motion right now?
Hold on.
Not yet.
We haven't started recording yet. It's working on it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You know, this YouTube thing takes forever.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can do all that good stuff.
Where is that motion?
It's
I got it right here.
The motions list.
Motions needed. Right here. Select board chairperson appointment. I make a motion to appoint.
Somebody has to call the meeting to order first.
I'll call the meeting to order.
Okay. And I make a motion to appoint Heather as select board chairperson for the meetings held on April 2nd. That includes this one and the next one. Do we
have someone who
have
can
a
second
second?
that?
You second that, Mike?
I'm not second, no. I'm
I'll
gonna make a
second.
motion myself.
What's that? All
I'm
right,
also making a motion
you're making a motion?
also.
All
Correct.
right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion for select board chairperson appointment for Bill Hawkins for a temp for the next 2 meetings.
I'll second that one.
Discussion? We have 2 motions, because I seconded the first one. I don't doubt that Billy could do it. Billy, you're fairly new to the board.
I understand that. I've been around. I've worked for the town quite a bit. I do know pretty much what goes on. I've been on the planning board for years. So it's not that I can't do it. And it's temporary.
Yeah, it is. This is a temporary position.
So being that it's temporary, why don't we just have someone that has been here? It's only temporary, but I think that would speed things along because I think we need somebody that's been there and knows more about what's going on. And
I'm
I
sorry.
don't know, Bill.
I'm sorry. I just am not gonna withdraw.
Bill, I just.
And there's
are
several
you-
reasons going on.
Well,
Well,
So-
no, it's just, there's a lot to talk about down this road. Being only temporary, I don't know how we're gonna work this out. But it's, somehow we're gonna have to negotiate something here because I have a funny feeling it's gonna be a stalemate here quite a bit. We do need some more negotiating to understand. And whatever we need to do to get these meetings progressing right now, I don't know how we can do that. We get 2 chairpersons if we have to. I don't know. Sarah, any suggestions?
Well, as for the role of a chair, it's not, you don't have to have a chair. A person has to run a meeting, but you don't have to have a chair. Someone calls it to order, someone moves through the agenda, certain pieces that need to happen. The one thing I would say, and hi, Billy, I've never met you before, but nice to meet you.
Hello?
The one thing I would say is that the open meeting law and the Public Records Act have been revised, and towns are often under scrutiny these days. I'm handling 4 lawsuits right now where you have to know the open meeting law requirements. Otherwise, you get citizens who are just going to be complainants and weaponizing. And so for the purposes of, knowing about following the open meeting law rules, that's something I would think is important. Chairs, I think I just wanted to clarify, you don't have any other power in statute as a chair.
Correct.
You have no more power than anybody else. But it is for parliamentarian reasons, the chair just needs to call a meeting to order, ask if there's amendments, be aware of open meeting law, and move through the meeting.
And I guess, excuse me, Sarah, by the way, this is a executive session.
We are not into executive.
We're not
session.
executive yet. Okay, excuse me. Okay, thank you. All right. I apologize for that. Okay, it seems. Then are you saying that can we possibly do these next 2 meetings without a chairperson? And just meet halfway like we're doing as we speak now, Sarah?
What you have to do is just, as a collegial matter, recognize that someone's going to be the one to talk and say, all right, Heather, you call the meeting to order, you read through the agenda. And if someone, like when you get to public comment period, someone's got to be the one to recognize, someone in public comment. And, if something gets out of hand, you need to say, all right, you're out of order. So to the extent that you need to take a vote to call someone chair, that's not technically necessary, but you do need to agree that someone's going to run your meetings.
The only other thing that I will say on tonight's agenda, there's an update for the CUD's lease agreement. There's only a place for one signature where they're asking for the select board chair to be the signature on it because Teresa has to notarize it. So without that, we're going to be delaying the CUD putting their cabinet in. So we do kind of need, I don't know, what can we do with that?
You can just nominate someone to sign. When you get to that part,
Okay.
You can just authorize a person. It doesn't have to be the role of chair. And then if they sign it, like if it's already pre-printed, they can just scratch out chair and have their name. So you can authorize any person to act on behalf of the board, if you guys have already resolved to approve something.
Okay. That's all I wanted to make sure of.
Thank you. Well, I don't know where to go with it.
Well, I think quite frankly, Mike, you're just trying to delay this whole thing.
No, I'm not.
And it's not helping the town. I don't
No,
think
it's
you have
not.
the town in their best interest right now.
Jane,
Right.
that's not at all what's happening at all. But what's going to be happening down the road here, we're probably going to end up seeing some changes. So I'm not trying to delay anything. You talk to Bill. If Bill's willing to give it up, so be it. But I'm not changing anything. And I worked really super hard for the last year and a half trying to get members to stay onto this board, highly decorated people that have some knowledge, and this goes away all the time. Everything that I fought for just falls away, and it isn't my fault. So I'm not going to sit here and be accused.
No, Mike, that's not, I don't.
I'm not going to
Keep
be
going.
accused of malicious actions here, trying to sabotage the select board, because that's not true at all.
Okay, so I will tell you that a lot of these members come in thinking, oh, we're gonna change this, we're gonna do this. And then all of a sudden, that's not how it works.
Okay.
There's legal matters, there's things that goes on. And quite frankly, I think the reason they got out is because they couldn't handle that. Not because.
Jean,
Go ahead.
one of the things that I'm just concerned about is making sure that we're able to get the recordings done, take all of the stuff that's necessary as the role of chair. What is your experience with the YouTube recordings, with starting Zoom meetings, those sort of things?
I do it all the time.
Today.
Yeah.
And so I'm here to start. You guys will come and get me when you're done with your executive session.
But
And I'll come in and restart the recording.
Mike just said if it's all right with me, okay, I'll put my 2 cents worth in. Okay. I think if you want it for the month of April, fine. First May, we'll look into it again. Is that fine?
I'm more than fine with that. When we get the fifth
Is
person,
that fair,
5
Jane?
people on the board.
That's fine with me. We just got to get this going.
Through
This-
the-
I
we're
understand
delaying
that, and
stuff.
I'm
and
not
it's-
trying to take
it's not
waylay
good. I
things.
get
I'm
it.
not trying to,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm trying to take them.
Okay, as long as this is being recorded.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, as long as we understand this for a temp. All right, yeah, not a problem. I'll retract my motion.
Can we just clarify, is this for today or did you want to go for the month of April?
Month of April, I just said.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, first of May, I said we looked, well, first week of May.
An amendment to the motion, correct?
So, yeah,
Um,
Otherwise,
that's an
So-
amendment.
so-
You're gonna amend the first
we'll have
motion.
Teresa fix it in minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Billy, you're saying you're amending the motion. so-
I'll amend the motion to, for, Heather to take it until the first meeting in May.
That works.
Call the meeting to order in May and then we'll discuss it.
I'll second that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All in
Everybody-
Favor.
Aye,
All right,
Aye.
aye.
Thank you.
thank
Now
you.
somebody has to read
Do-
the executive session motion.
Okay, do we want to hold the pledge for the next meeting and just,
Yeah, I would.
okay, we're gonna hold the pledge for the next meeting. You got your motion?
Yes, we do.
Okay, fire away.
I make a motion that we enter the executive session in order to receive confidential attorney-client privilege information on the provisions Title I, Section 313 of the Vermont statutes finding premature public knowledge and substantially disadvantage to the town.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Or Bill.
Billy? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, give me 1 minute.